Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So yes, mom, I'm vlogging in class, but it's okay. My teacher allowed us. So today we just heard took a quiz of who knows the music better, who took a test of music, and yeah. This is forensics. This is forensics, not chorus. I'm not gonna record chorus because my teacher doesn't really let us record or even take out our phones.
Why?
Because he's Mons. Anyways.
Okay.
And no one else. I don't want to carry my phone and carry out the classroom because it's a big class and half the people don't even know I'm a YouTuber.
Oh,
so,
do you want me to do it?
No. I'm just recording this class, not study hall, because I don't know anybody in study hall and I don't care about those people in that class. But I like my teacher though. She's the only person that I know in that class. Yeah. If you want to hear the lesson, you can. Miss Keen. I almost called my other teacher. We're talking about people are dying and stuff. So, so 1 second.
A lot of you are testing. Hello, be quiet. A lot of you are testing tomorrow, so you just go to testing and follow the guidelines of testing. If you're not testing and you're going to class, then you'll be in 5th hour for 2 hours.
I need that.
You'll be in 6th hour for 2 hours.
Unfortunately.
And then 7th hour, depending on where you're located, if you usually have a lunch, tomorrow you'll have B lunch.
Yep.
And 7th hour will be before lunch. It's only for 46 minutes. And then 8th hour is for 46 minutes.
I'm taking that test, guys.
So that's
You are?
I have to take the test because I'm stupid.
The SAT?
Yeah.
I don't want to be my 5th hour for 2 hours.
Well, too bad. Okay, and we're taking the test and looking at a
So
paper.
what lunch do you usually have tomorrow?
Okay, fine.
Lunch, you'll have A tomorrow.
I'm missing class tomorrow, guys.
So then you'll just go to testing.
I don't want to go to A lunch. Ah, Miss Keen.
I'm missing 2 gold days this week because I have
What are
a
you
concert
doing?
to go to. I'm going on stage on Friday.
Not with our
guys.
projects.
Of course. I'm missing my math quiz on Friday because I have a chorus thing and okay.
That's what I say to my ex
SATs.
every day.
So,
Okay.
So what's next, Miss
let's
Keen?
listen to the lesson, guys.
Are we gonna listen to more
This is actually
music?
a fun class, even though we're talking about death half the time.
What we're going to do now is take a half an hour notes, then we're going to watch some forensic files.
Yay! Forensic
You're going to
file.
need the forensic file. Kate.
Watching a
Kate,
movie
with that?
today.
Nobody else said yay, and I'm the only one.
Yeah, you did. Because doing my Forensic Files. Forensic Files is you guys probably know what it is, so I'm not going to say it. You can just search it up.
on
But it's on Netflix, and it's people who died in different ways and stuff like that. It's actually scary, but it's really cool when you think. So
Yeah, it's
if you guys don't have anxiety or think that you will throw up with dead bodies, don't watch it. Okay?
Oh,
if you got sick really fast. So
Oh, thank you.
okay, what's this? Oh, wait. What do I do with this? What do I do with this?
You kind of.
Oh, pass it back, yes. I'm tired, guys. Anyway, I woke up at 6:30 today. I came a little late today.
That's late for me.
Or the class before.
I'm exhausted.
What?
Take out your notes that you took on PowerPoint number 1 for drugs. We talked about hallucinogenic,
Oh, okay.
stimulant, depressive drugs.
Yeah, guys, don't take drugs. Drugs are not good for you.
Don't do them. They're not good for you.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Not
no.
even vaping. No vape, please.
Like
But
seriously.
I'm not your mom, but
I am.
Really,
Don't do it, son.
she's my mom friend, so listen to her.
I'm the mom friend. Vote Rachel for next proud principal.
You know, half these students don't go to Western.
You just said the school name.
Well, I said Western. I didn't say any other thing.
But I just said it was a school.
Didn't think there's a Western nothing after before, right?
This is Isabella. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Isabella.
So yeah. Yeah.
I'm so tired. Don't be a senior. Don't
Yeah.
have senioritis.
Don't have senioritis, guys. Come to school every single day. Be a good student. Be nice to your teachers.
Do you have any words of advice to the viewers, Ms. King?
Yeah. You don't have to be part of it, just say it.
What?
You don't have to be part of it, but do you have any words of advice to the viewers of YouTube?
Put that on there.
Yes, you kind of have to.
We don't have
I
to.
have to make positive videos.
Oh, we're just inspiring
Right,
people.
yeah, right now.
What are you, Ms. King?
There's a fly in here. We're all scared of it.
I
Okay.
hate bugs. I hate it so much.
Did anyone see
Oh, I don't have any
the
paper.
movie A Star Is Born?
No.
Yes.
My mom
Lady
saw it
Gaga.
over the weekend.
Good. Don't talk about it. Don't tell anyone the ending. But I gotta tell you, it goes. That movie fits right in to this unit.
If you watch that movie,
Really?
comment down. Yeah.
Stars, drugs,
Like seriously,
And-
Stars Born is like I didn't see it, but I know about it. So
alcohol, and there's some.
can I have paper,
There's some.
please, Rachel?
I almost said subscription. Some prescription drugs, but they never.
I gotta get out my other piece of paper.
Be prepared for
So-
school, guys. Oh, it's not.
It's a really good movie. I think that you guys would really like it. And then, of course, I already told you that I really love Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I
So
can't see her.
those are two excellent movies that I watched them both not at the movie theater. So, A Star Was Born was on my flight home the other day from when I went out of town. Where did you go? San Francisco.
Oh, my teacher
Oh, for
just
the
went to
funeral?
San Francisco, guys.
Funeral for your
No.
friend? Oh, okay,
She
good.
died while I was there.
Really?
One of my
Oh.
friends.
I want to go to San Francisco.
I went to LA once. It
Me
was-
too. I went to LA, San Jose.
I don't think I could do it.
I'm going this summer, guys. So if you guys
It's
want,
real life.
I'm not gonna do a crazy convention because I only have like 30 subscribers, so
And I said,
no
I
point.
told her that my
So-
friend died, and she passed away while I was in San Francisco. So,
We were talking about a family member of mine that passed.
we try to make it positive. This channel, not negative.
Father.
Sorry, they're talking about bad
Grief
things,
is a-
not like positive things, and like I need this channel to be like positive. So, but I'm in French class. Like, what doesn't matter, right?
There's nothing positive in this class. Oh, what's that?
so I don't know if in your chemistry class that you did
Ew,
the little
chemistry.
chromatograph that I have
wasn't
over
in
here,
chemistry.
but I'm gonna tell you what it's about because I talk about a chromatograph when I talk about confirmation tests of drugs. So a chromatograph is where you separate all the components of whatever you're testing, in this case ink, and that's black ink, and then the black ink has these primary colors, yellow, red, and blue. If you see purple, it's because the red and the blue are not separated all the way out. So if you can look at these two, you can see that the yellow here looks a little bit longer than this one. It's by ratio. So by the ratio of what's called RF factor, you can tell via the wavelength which colors would be present in the pen. So when you do a chromatograph of a substance, say a white powdery substance, then how does it tell what the drug is? And the way that it does it is first separates all the components and then analyzes each component by mass, by absorption, by wavelength, by lots of chemistry stuff. So
Chemistry stuff.
you'd have to understand chemistry, wavelengths, etc. Or you could just know that chromatograph equals a separation technique, which is what I have shown over here. And let me show you, I'll do one on, this is filter paper. It's like a coffee filter. It's filter paper. This is a little bit more fine, if you will, of a filter paper. And so I just have, it's basically a coffee filter in this shape. And so what I'm going to do to show you how it separates is that I'm going to put a circle of this Expo pen. Shh, pay attention. This is a wet erase pen and it's soluble in water. So if you were to get this on your hands, you could wash it off with water. So if it's on the paper, it should be soluble in water. If I use a Sharpie that has permanent ink, it shouldn't move at all. So this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it into this water, and then we're going to watch this ink crawl up the paper. It's going to crawl up the paper, and that's called chromatography.
I want to show you guys,
Yeah.
but I'll
So,
back and
so
show you all the way
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. I'm just going to barely touch the paper into the water. You can't put the ink into the water. That you did it wrong if you did that. So let's see if I can do it.
What?
So it's touched the water already from the very bottom of the paper, and so I'm just going to tape it so that it will stay there. Hopefully not.
Okay.
And then it's just gonna, while I'm talking, the next half hour, it's gonna rise up and it's gonna look like that when it's done.
Cool.
And that's called chromatography.
With those
You have
colors?
this is paper chromatography. Really, in forensic science, this is the only use for paper chromatography, to show you the separation of ink. Woohoo! But if I use a liquid chromatography or a gas chromatography or chromatograph, then I'm using a gas column or a liquid column that's separating out particles. And you would have to read the guidelines to the chromatograph book on what's soluble and not soluble in water, oil, alcohol, etc., to see what gas you needed to use, like helium gas or whatnot. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. So, why do you need to know that? Because while we talk about last class preliminary tests, like urine tests that are a color change, that color change means preliminary test. Whereas a chromatograph, that is a confirmation test of what's there.
It's moving.
So, when you're talking about drugs, and you want to know how much drugs, the quantity of drugs in a person's system, in a toxicology report to see what they died of, if it was a toxin, then you would need to know the quantity of toxins. Shh. I don't know why you're talking when I'm talking. It's very distracting. So, there are 3 amounts that toxicologists would say are in a system. A trace amount, which you can see, it's there, but that amount couldn't do anything to you. It wouldn't harm you. It wouldn't make a person high. It shows how much is still in the system. If they did a drug, say, last week, it's still in the system. You can't die from a trace amount of a drug. Every drug has a specific amount that can kill a person. Therapeutic amount is the amount of drug that's in the body that would give therapy, whether it's to take away pain, to take away anxiety, to take away consciousness for surgery. There's a therapeutic amount for each drug. And then there's a toxic/lethal level for each drug, meaning the amount of drug that's in the person's system that would have caused death. And so when you do a toxicology report and you find out that these rock stars have all these drugs in their system, well, which ones were in trace amounts and which ones were in therapeutic amounts and which ones are in toxic amounts? And there's usually a drug that's in toxic amounts, unless it's a combination of drugs. Now, you could have 4 or 5 different drugs in your system that are all therapeutic, but mixed together, you have a depressant on top of a depressant on top of a depressant, and all those depressants mixed together were in a toxic amount. So they call it a lethal drug interaction. So that's the part that I think that's very important to tell you in your age group, because if somebody takes alcohol and then they take Xanax, they're like, oh, give me an Oxy, they have all these drugs in their system and it's just 111, it could still cause death because of the combination. So that's very important to know. It's very important to know. And then you have this LD50 written like this. Capital L, capital D, subscript 50. That is lethal dose. LD50 stands for a lethal dose that kills 50% of the test population. So say I had 40 mice and I gave them all heroin and I gave them all the same amount, 1 cc. Let's see, will 1 cc kill 20 of the mice? If 20 of the mice die, the lethal dose, 50, for mice is 1 cc of drug.
Why do people do tests on mice? Like, why do they choose mice out of everything?
They have the same systems as we have. And
Poor mice.
it's,
Not bad.
I'm not saying it's not right, but my example is better than saying, if Miss Keene gave the whole class, you know, heroin, how much would 50% of us die? I gotta use mice. I can't use people. My example. Yeah.
Let's try it.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say my life matters more than a mouse. I'm just saying. I could be wrong,
You're right.
but I mean, I'm pretty cute too.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I'm not talking about ratatouille, just regular old mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
All right. So then you see GCMS written here. GCMS is gas chromatograph mass spectrometer. If you can't remember that, you don't get to graduate this year.
Were you being dead ass?
Huh?
Being dead ass?
Oh man, I guess I'll have to see you next year.
I know.
For real.
You get to fail.
I
You gotta know what GCMS means. I'm trying to be funny. Ha ha ha.
Miss Keene,
Gas chromatograph, mass spectrometer.
do you write that down?
Yeah, all of this in black.
Go.
GCMS is the confirmation
Might
test
come back.
that is.
Whoa, I didn't know you were recording. Oh gosh, you should tell me something.